Okay, I'm going to do something that I never thought I'd really do. I've only done it once. I'm going to sell a helicopter. Well, somebody's got to buy it first. And I got this new fangly dangly phone, so it does a really wide view of this. So this is the Roban EC135 that if you've looked on any of my channels back in 2017, you will see me flying this thing and, you know, the wonderful issues and idiosyncrasies that go along with this Fenestron have been done. So what I was planning on doing was to do the Lifelite EC135 that comes in all the time, but I just not into it. I got too many other things that I need to get done. Things that need to get done. Things need to get done, things need to get done, things need to get done. Yeah, so anyhow, it's not going to have a receiver, and it's not going to have the light controller or the batteries. So it's going to have everything else. It's got a NASA in it. It has, well, let me just take off the top here, and you can see kind of what we got. They're high-tech servos, really nice. There's like no play, no backlash at all in these servos. You can't hardly hear anything. But that'll come. The NASA will be in here, and what I'll do is I will have all of the programming for the NASA that I can send on a email or something like that, but it does fly, and it's got a 560 kV motor in here. I've got all the specs on that for when you got to program the Castle 160. I think there's an Edge, the HV 160. It also has the Beck Pro with 20 amp, and it has its own plug-in, its own battery setup. So you can run it on 3S, and it'll put out damn near all 20 amps of that if it needed to, which it doesn't. It does really well. And then it's got the high-tech servo for the tail rotor up in the front. It does have lights all back here. There is a nav light, and then there is a strobe on each side. Then there is a strobe here, and there's also a white nav light right here. The only thing is I'm keeping my light controller since Chris doesn't want to make any more of these. I'm keeping it. So, but I will mark all, and you can see I've marked them all here. I will put labels on each one of them so you know what they are. If they're a strobe or a nav light, or, well, that's all I have in there right now is strobes and nav lights. So all this dash lights all up. The battery compartment is down here, and you can fit two 6S 10,000 milliamp packs underneath here. Plus, underneath on this side back here, I fit the radio battery and the light controller battery. I stack them up and tape them together, and there's all the connections. This is a built-in Y harness for 12S. These are EC5s. Now, I do have my skids on here. This is a more accurate scale skid setup. It doesn't have the wire cable, the cable guide tips on here. These are powder coated and ready to detail out. I have the seats that go in the back, but I never put them on, along with all of the details stuff, you know, like they had the little antenna that comes out here, and they have the front pitot tubes and stuff like that. Now, this did come damaged to me. I never fixed it. Scaleflying.de over in Europe says they have glass. I just never got into it because I was going to strip the whole thing and repaint it. But I'm not getting there, so I'm just going to do it like this. They have glass, and this is a one-piece glass for in here. You don't have to replace the bottoms, and you can kind of see down in there that you just have to take it out in order to get the new glass in here. The other issues that were with this one is the sat out in some heat, and warped the glass away from the edge. So these two pieces will have to be replaced, you know, for a better fit. You know, this looks like shit. I was going to replace it, just decided not to do it. So this is, it's actually come away from it right there. And what it was, and you can kind of see how the glass is distorted. The sun was hitting it and it melted. Just plain and simple, just melted off. It's got a brand new 4-bladed rotor head on it. I actually had to use the head off of this onto my 407, so I just bought this one. It's brand new, went through it. Everything is good, hunky-dory, flew great. There is some little bit of cracking going on here whenever I screwed this together. It doesn't feel loose. I put extra wood blocks all along inside here in order to have these screws screw into something with some meat to them. But there's little details stuff that comes with this. I'm going to dig it all out and send it to whoever. These were also heat stressed and did a wow on them, but I just heated them up and got them straight back again. They're not perfect. You can kind of see a little bit of a bend in there. Balanced 4 blades. Flew really well as far as, you know, a Roban deal. But, yeah, just not with this. I was like, I don't want to put this much effort into it. I've got other things I want to put effort into. There is some cracking going on down in here, and I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, you can see the cracks that are going on. And there's cracks kind of all over this fiberglass fuselage. This I know was from a hard landing. And it's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see it. Oh, there's a good thing on there. But looking down inside there, there's nothing broken in the woodwork that's right here. And kind of comes across. None of that is broken or come unglued or anything like that. It is a used fuselage, but everything is going good as far as putting it together, and it flies. I just don't want to put the effort into detailing it out the way I want to do it. The paint job's pretty damn good on it. I haven't waxed it, but you know, I could wax it for you if you like this paint job. You know, I'll go through and I'll wax it and make it all perfectly shiny. It is a little old. It's 2017 is when I got this thing. All the doors work. So you can take the dash out. All right, so see that little brass little L bracket? That's what I have securing it down. So there's one there, and then there's one on the other side, back over here, and then there's one on the back. So you can take this off and be able to get into there, because I put all the lead for running 6S 5000s in here. I needed a bunch of lead up here. And it'd be much easier to put lead in underneath all the way back into here. So you can see where it kind of goes up in the front. Much easier to put lead there in the bottom than doing this in the dash. That would be what I would do with it now. But with the 10,000 milliamp packs that were in here, I needed less weight. So there it be. I'm gonna start it out at like 1,500. I just looked on Motion RC, and none of them are available, but they're going for 1,900 bucks without electronics. So I'm gonna leave all the electronics, leave all the battery cables, leave all that stuff in there. The Beck, the NASA, the servos, new rotor head, the motor, all that stuff. The only thing you're gonna have to supply is a light controller if you want lights, and a receiver. That be what it is. I started out at 1,500 bucks. We'll see if anybody wants to bite on it. I'm willing to work, but you know, that is what it is. So let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, we can get out and build something. Yeah, and it pays to keep shit. So this is the box that I kept everything in for all the scale details and stuff like that. This has all the seats. It has all the headrests. It has the steps for the original, god damn it, the landing gear. It has the wiper that goes in the front. It has some of the aerials that are on here. It has the pitot tubes, the step things that you don't need, but the aerials that will probably break off as soon as you try to load it in your rig. But it has the instructions on how to set all this stuff up. So there we go. It's in there. I don't need this stuff. It needs to go with the helicopter. So let me know if you're interested. We'll do some finagling. We got to figure out if it's going to be shipped or if you want to pick it up. Maybe you want to come to Palooza. I can bring it up there. Hand deliver it to you with a smile. But yeah, it's available. Let me know. All right.